Fun Facts presents the 1951 Hudson Hornet. It is a 50s classic car, and it had a production run from 1951 through 1954. I am excited. I hope you're excited, so let's get started now. The Hudson Hornet is a full-sized automobile that was manufactured by the Hudson Motor Car Company of Detroit, Michigan from 1951 until 1954. And Hudson merged to form an American Motors Corporation, AMC. Hudson automobiles continue to be marketed under the Hudson brand name through the 1957 model year. The first generation Hudson Hornets featured a functional step-down design with a drop floor pan and a chassis with a lower center of gravity than the contemporary vehicles that helped the car handle well, and advantage for racing. The Hornet's lower and sleeker look was accentuated by streamlined styling, sometimes called the ponton styling. Following the merger forming AMC in 1954, the Hudson cars were built on the newer factory assembly line for Nash Statesman Ambassador unibody chassis. Therefore, all second generation Hudson Hornets were restyled Nash automobiles that were badge engineered as a Hudson. The first Hornet was introduced for the 1951 model year, was based on the Hudson step-down design that was first seen in the 1948 model year on the Commodore. Unlike a unibody, the design didn't fully merge the body and chassis frame into a single structure, but the floor pan, the footwells recessed down in between the car's chassis rails, which were in turn routed around them instead of a conventional floor sitting on top of a straight ladder frame. A body and frame design that later became more widely adopted and known as a perimeter frame. Thus, one stepped down into a Hudson. Thanks to the step-down chassis and body, the car's lower center of gravity was both functional and stylish. The car not only handled well, but treated its 6 passengers to the sumptuous ride. The low-slung look also had a sleekness about it that was accentuated by the nearly enclosed rear wheels. Hudson Hornets were available as a 2-door coupe, a 4-door sedan, and a convertible, and a peerless hardtop coupe. The models were priced the same as the Commodore 8, which was priced from $2,543 to $3,099. All Hornets from 1951 to 1953 were powered by Hudson's high compression straight 6 named H145, the H145 engine. Starting in 1952, an optional twin H or twin 1-barrel carburetor setup was available at additional cost. The newly introduced twin H power was available in November 1951 as a dealer-installed option at the cost of $85.60. An electric clock was standard. A L-head flathead or side valve design was on the 308 cubic inch 5-point liter. It was the largest displacement, the 6-cylinder engine, for mass production cars at the time. It had a 2-barrel carburetor and produced 145 horsepower at 3,800 RPM and 275 foot-pounds of torque. In 1954, power was increased to 170 horsepower from the 145 horsepower. The engine was capable of far more power in the hands of precision tuners, including Marshall Teague, who claimed he could get 112 miles per hour from an AAA or NASCAR certified stock Hornet, as well as Hudson engineers who developed severe usage options. The combination of the Hudson engine with overall road ability of the Hornets, plus the fact that the cars were overdesigned and overbuilt, made them unbeatable in competition on the dirt and very few paved tracks of the 1950s. The Hudson Hornet 1951 model production totaled 43,666 units. In 1952, the twin H-Power version became standard equipment with the dual single-barrel carburetors atop a dual intake manifold, and power rose to 170 horsepower. The hood featured a functional scoop that ducts cold air to the carburetors and was considered ventilation in 1954 rather than ram air. The engine could be tuned to produce 210 horsepower when equipped with the 7 times modifications that Hudson introduced later. During 1952 and 1953, the Hornet received minor cosmetic enhancements and still closely resembled the Commodore of the 1948 era. The Hornet proved to be nearly invincible in stock car racing. Despite its racing success, sales began to languish. Hudson's competitors, using separate body-on-frame designs, could change the look of their models on a yearly basis without expensive chassis alterations, whereas the Hornet's modern, sophisticated unibody design was expensive to update, so it was essentially locked in and suffered against the planned obsolescence of the big three, General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler automakers. A total of 35,921 Hornets were produced for 1952, with approximately 2,160 hardtops and only 360 convertibles. In 1953, the model year brought minor changes to the Hudson Hornet. The front end was modified with a new grille and a non-functional air scoop hood ornament, 4 different body designs, a 2-door coupe, Hollywood hardtop, convertible Brougham, and a 4-door sedan. Hudson Hornet 1953 model year production totaled 27,208 units, of which around 910 were the Hollywood hardtops. An 8-tube radio was a $100 option. 1954 model year, the Hornet underwent a major square-lined redesign and matched the look of the compact Hudson Jet that was introduced in 1953. This entailed extensive retooling because of the way the step-down frame wrapped around the passenger compartment. The front had to be simpler grille and that would complement a non-functional hood scoop and a new one-piece curved windshield, while the sides gained period-typical fender chrome accents and the formerly sloped rear end was squared off. The interior was also updated with a new dash and instrument cluster that were surprisingly modern. An example is a Hornet owner writing for Popular Mechanics in 1999. Nothing that, the car's unique, low-slung appearance and silky handling earned Hudson an image that, for many buyers, eclipsed luxury marquees like the Cadillac. Well, if you found yourself this far into the video, we'd certainly like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch our video. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. It really does help our channel. And if you like our channel, please subscribe, because we're going to be doing all of the fun cars from the 50s. We're going to be doing all of the muscle cars from the 60s. We're going to be doing all the supercars from the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. We're going to be doing autoramas and all the car shows and hot rods, custom cars, a little bit of everything for everybody. So we'll look forward to seeing you when we upload our next video. We wish you a great day, and always, always, always